What's going on? Dean Gornitis, Unleash This Book Reviews. Bring you book-related stuff in an echoey room. On a day here in California. Whatever. I came here to tell you guys some more thoughts I've had about Moby-Dick, because that book is huge and it just takes over your life, and even when you're done reading it, you can't stop thinking about it, and I feel like I still have some things to talk about. First off, though, I wanted to ask you guys a favor, and I hope this doesn't come across too self-centered, but it's something that I want, so I'm going to ask for your help. My 1-year anniversary of running this video channel is coming up on May 11th, I believe it is. And it's been my goal since like 9 months ago to hit 1,000 subscribers by the time a year rolled around. And right now I am 165 subscribers away from hitting that mark. And I have, what, a little over 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I think. 2 weeks remaining to get to that point. Like my videos. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Pass the word on Twitter. Pass the word on Facebook. Pass the word on forums. If you guys could let me hit 1,000 by my birthday of this channel, it'd be better than any real birthday present I ever got. So really, your thumbs up and likes from this point would be amazing, and who knows what I'll do, but I'll do something special come May 11th if I break 1,000 subscribers. That said, Moby-Dick. I wanted to look a little closer at the unreliable narrator. Sometimes words just leave my head. Because this is one of the first books that really had one, and it's one of the major points of Moby-Dick, is that Ishmael is not somebody we can completely trust. Now, depending on who you talk to, who's read this book, everybody has varying feelings on that. I think for the most part, people understand the argument. Some people think that he's a complete guy who just makes up stories. I don't know the word for that. Just, everything he says is a lie that he's just making up so that he sounds like he's inflating his life and what he's accomplished. There's other people who say, maybe it's just the way that he started the book and he didn't really mean a whole lot by it. It's just the way that he talks, and in fact, he's a very, very reliable narrator. Now, me, I lean more towards the making up stories side, and I've got 2 reasons for that. The first one is about a little before halfway through the book, give or take, I want to say. Ishmael is sitting around telling a story to some other travelers, and by what I took from reading, and don't count me 100% on this because sometimes Moby-Dick can get really intense with its big words, and I'm not, saying that I completely understood every page that I read of the book. Sometimes it's just old language and you have to push and sludge through it. But from what I took of it is after his Moby-Dick voyage, he's sitting and he's telling this story to some other people, a different story. A story about a guy from Buffalo who used to ride ships. And I can't remember the exact story, but it was a crazy tale that he tells. And the people at the table say, hey, you know what? We really don't believe you. You have to say, how can we believe this crazy story? And he says, go down to the closest church, bring back a holy man with the Holy Bible, and I will swear on that Bible that what I'm telling is the truth. Now, for the casual observer who maybe wasn't paying tight enough attention, or, anybody in general, this is a very big oath, especially in the 1850s. It meant a lot. It pretty much meant you were telling the truth, except with Ishmael. And the weird thing with this is that earlier in the book, like the first 100 pages or so, we start to get this idea that Ishmael isn't that religious of a person. Now, he never comes out and says that he doesn't believe in Christianity, that he doesn't have any faith or anything like that. But the one scene where he goes to a church very early in the book, you never get the real idea that he's a devout follower. Instead, it seems like he's just going because he's about to go on a 3-year trip and he figures it's probably a good idea to go. Also, he talks about his friend Queequeg, who has some, crazy religion from the island that he came from, where he worships, like, I believe it's wooden, or maybe it was ebony, something like that, a little doll he worships and he praises at night and stuff. And while most people would think, oh, that's just insane, this cannibal with this crazy religion that's so wrong, Ishmael instead reflects that, to every man his own religion, and whatever pushes you through is good enough, and faith is different for each man, yada yada. Basically what I'm saying is it doesn't really seem like Ishmael is the most religious guy around, and yet when he's asked to verify his big stories, what does he do? He swears on a Bible. Most people think that means a lot, but to Ishmael, does that really mean anything at all? Is he really breaking any of his own rules by doing that? Makes you question everything else that he tells you in the story. Now, also, I don't want to ruin the ending, but the ending of this book is epic. It's an epic book, so of course the ending has got to be a climax of just intense moments, and it delivers. But when I closed that last page, at first I was like, whew, wow. But then, an hour later, a day later, I started really thinking, that ending is so incredibly epic. It just doesn't seem like it would really have happened that way. I suppose it could have, a story that's insane happens from time to time. Incredible things occur. But coming from Ishmael and these incredible stories that he's told throughout the whole novel at that point, it really makes me wonder if the ending of this book really happened at all. And then when I start to think even deeper about that, I start to wonder, did he ever go on a ship with these characters that he's claiming? Did he ever actually see a white whale? Is Moby-Dick even a real whale from, within the story's guidelines? Whatever. It just makes you think and think and think and think. And I can't think of a more important quality to have in a book. When you close a book, if you get it right away, case closed, that's great, but it's not going to stick with you. When you don't really get everything and you're always turning it over in your head, trying to understand a little bit better and grip it a little bit better, I think that makes for, a cooler story, or at least one that sticks with you longer, because you get to nitpick it for a while. So, thanks, Melville, for showing me how 3 words at the beginning of a story can make memories in my head that'll probably last the rest of my life. So that's Moby-Dick, Extra Thoughts, Blood Meridian, halfway through, hopefully by this weekend, whatever. See you guys soon. Dean Gornitis, enjoy your day. Bye.